Genesis chapter 4, verse 14. In the prior verse, we saw that Cain was lamenting to God that his guilt was way too much for him to be forgiven of, and so now he's going to continue expressing to God what he thinks will be the implications of God's punishment. E ekbales me semeron, apa prosoputes ges, ke apa tu prosopousu krubesomai, and then we'll finish the second half of the verse here in a moment. We start with, notice there's an if here. So if God's going to go through with this, and what is it? Ekbales here. That's from ekbalo. You'll see with the EIS, you keep the double L's here. This is a standard second singular present active indicative. So it's a first class conditional. If you cast out, and I'm the one being cast out. So if you cast me out, semeron here is today. So if today you cast me out, and then we have a long phrase, apa prosoputes ges, from the face of the earth. And that's a good reminder that God has cursed the earth, basically saying it's not going to produce quality fruit for Cain. He's going to be laboring, etc., which is itself a callback to the earlier curse in Genesis 3. So if you throw me out from the face of the earth, or from the face of the land, if you will. And then we have a repetition of the apatu prosopou, but now it's referring to God's face. So, and from your face, krubesomai. This is from krupto, and you'll see that the P basically has become a B. That's kind of an alternative square stopsy kind of thing. There should be a theta here, but it has dropped out. You see an eta sigma, though, so technically the ending is a theta eta sigma. That tells us it's first singular future passive indicative, and this word means to hide. And so in the passive, it would be, notice the first singular ending, and if I will be hidden from your face, something like that. So put it all together. If today you throw me out from the face of the land, and if I am hidden or will be hidden from your face, ... Let's see what the second half of the verse is. Kai esomai, stenon, kai trimon, epites ges, kai estai pas ha heuriscon me, apaktene me. Well, a lot of interesting syntax going on here. We start with this first verb. Esomai is going to be a first singular future active, or technically future middle of me. So I will be, and then we actually have two back-to-back participles. The first one is stenon. That's from steno. You'll notice with that omega nu ending, this is nominative singular masculine, present active participle. And we saw previously in a prior verse that this is the word for to moan. The Masoretic says na, which is to wonder. So the combination here is a periphrastic construction. I will be moaning. And then there's another one, tremon here, also a nominative singular masculine present active participle. The Masoretic says nod, which means to be someone who is fugitive, but the Greek is to tremble. So I will be moaning and trembling. That is a direct reference back to the judgment pronounced on Cain in Genesis 4:12, that he will be moaning and trembling. And again, it's the exact same wordplay in the Masoretic there as well. And I talked about that back then. There appears to be some interpretive license here. If that is what the underlying Hebrew was for the translator, they are slightly tweaking the sense there, but trying to pick up on the wordplay with stenon and tremon. So I will be moaning and trembling, and then epites ges. So I'm going to be wondering about and moaning and groaning. And then at the final conclusion, kai estai. This is now a third singular future middle indicative, and it will be. And then we have pas, all, ha heuriscon. This is yet another participle, nominative singular masculine present active participle. Notice heurisco here is staying put, so there's no stem change. It's not aorist, omega nu ending like we saw previously. And so it's substantival in this case. It's got the article as opposed to up here, which it was periphrastic. So the one finding me, heurisco means find, anyone who finds me, apaktene me. And so the verb here is apakteno. You'll see that it does have an I that has dropped out over here. It is a liquid with the L, M, and R. So remember those liquid consonants. So there's a nu here. And so the liquids in the future are going to behave like an epsilon contract. So an E plus an EI is going to yield this EI with the circumflex. So this is going to be a third singular future active indicative. It's a liquid stem change. It means to kill. So they will kill me. So anyone who finds me will kill me. So that's Genesis 4, verse 14.